Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. So today we are going to be reviewing the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum. Here it is. I have it in the shade 2 to 3 light. And that is a perfect shade for me at the moment. It suits my undertone really well. So I'm going to be putting that on my face and showing you how it looks and how it wears throughout the day. First thing I'm going to do is apply the Body Shop Skin Defense. It's this sort of SPF moisturizer. I don't like to use primers when I'm testing a foundation because I don't think that's very fair, but I think it is important to test it with my moisturizer or SPF because I will use that every time. So I'm just taking a bit and smoothing this all over my face. I haven't had any problems with this killing with product before, so I think this is a pretty safe bet. It's a really good one and it's SPF 50 plus and it has pollution protection. Also because it's a bit of a moisturizer, it's really great for those of you who have dry skin as well. Just makes my skin look really healthy and glowy. So I've been really liking that at the moment. Okay, on to what you've been waiting for. To give you some background, this retails for about $14.99, which I think is quite expensive for sort of a drugstore foundation, but L'Oreal have been putting up their prices, I've noticed. I consider them one of the more expensive sort of drugstore brands. I'll pop the shade range up here, but do bear in mind that it is meant to be lighter coverage. It says tinted serum, so that normally means there's less shades because it can suit more people. We want to make sure they're evenly distributed across the shades. So just to read out their description, saying it is a match of skincare and makeup. So we should have some skincare benefits with radiance. It also has the 1% hyaluronic acid, which should help with any dryness. And it says it leaves the skin with a naturally luminous finish with a sheer formula. So I'm not expecting this to be full coverage. I keep rambling, so let's just put it on my face. Okay, I hope you can see. I'm gonna apply it with a brush and then I bounce a sponge over the top. That's just how I apply all my base products. I'm gonna give it a shake. It feels very liquidy. Also, it is a dropper, so I would advise to not put that straight on your face, to sort of do this, do what I'm doing, and drop it on a brush. This is the ZOEVA 102 Silk Finish. And sort of dot it over your face. I think it's just the most hygienic method. There's the shade, if anyone's wondering. I'm quite tan at the moment, but my face hasn't caught up, so kind of looks a bit strange. But because it's sheer coverage, it should be a little bit more forgiving. It does feel very thin and it's blending really far. I don't feel like it's sort of sticking to one area of my face. That one sort of dropper, it is definitely enough to cover your face with one layer. It's definitely giving me some colour, which I really like because, as I said, my face is much more pale than the rest of my body. So I feel like I actually match my body now a bit more. So this is how it is looking with just one layer with a brush. I haven't even used the sponge yet, and it has blended out with pretty much no streaks, which I'm impressed for such a thin runny formula. I think I'm gonna go in with another like half dropper just to see how much it can build. I'm just gonna put that all over my face and buff it in. Because it is sort of it isn't my exact face match, it is important that you sort of blend it around this area so you don't have any harsh lines. I'm going to take my sponge. I'm pretty sure this is the Morphe Makeup by Mario sponge. I'm just gonna go over. That sponge just helped to smooth out it even more. So this is how my skin is looking. I think the finish is surprisingly skin-like. I actually expected it to be a little bit more dewy, just from how they describe it. But I'd say it's a bit of a luminous, natural satin, especially when you put some powder on. It is definitely not like a medium coverage. I would say it's sheer to light. As you can see, I've still got some scarring and I have this slight mark on my face that is still showing through. And I have this spot between my eyebrows at the moment that is also showing through. But it has done a good job at just overall evening my skin out a little bit and giving me some more life, which is what I sort of look for in an everyday product. So I can get an idea of how it looks a bit more completed. I'm gonna take the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer bit of a serum vibe going on. This is in the shade Light. Just taking a bit on my fingers, and I'm gonna just do what I normally do, kind of around my eyes and down the center of my face. I'm gonna leave this area untouched so we can see how that wears, because this sort of mark is a bit dry and it's clung a little bit. It's so dry, it's like a scab, so I kind of expected that. Okay, and this is how it looks with a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna go in as well with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder around my eyes, and then just a little bit down the center of my face as well. That is just something that I always do. I will always set around my eyes and the center of my face. So I don't think it'd be a fair test if I didn't. And I'm just gonna take a little bit on a bigger brush and dust it around as well. Wow, that looks so nice and smooth, and it's definitely taken down that luminous finish. It's still got a little bit on my forehead, like there is a slight dewiness still there, but it's very pretty. I'm gonna go and do the rest of my makeup, but this is how it looks, just complexion products. I'll catch you in the moment with the rest of my face done. I just chucked on some really quick makeup so you can get a good idea of how the foundation looks. Honestly, everything blended so easily on top of this foundation. Everything looks so smooth, nothing went patchy. I was really impressed. See, look at my skin. You can still see some of my scarring and the mark here, so if you are someone that wants full coverage, you won't want this, but for everyday wear, this has just smoothed out the appearance of my skin beautifully. Everything looks so smooth and healthy looking. The longer I spent applying my makeup, the more luminous it got. I haven't put any more powder on, but it sort of has started to shine through a little bit. I will do a wear test and I'll show you how oily it gets. I'm not going to touch up with any more powder or anything, but that is something to note. I like how sort of radiant it looks. I think it's perfect for every day. But yeah, I'm very impressed at the moment. My skin just looks smooth. That is the word I've got, smooth and healthy. Just don't expect high coverage. That's all I can really say at the moment. But for a drugstore product, even though it's about £15, I'm impressed. I am impressed so far. It's a great shade match for me at the moment as well. So I'm gonna keep wearing this and I will do a check-in at the end of the day to show you how it has worn. So I'll see you then. Hello, so it is a bit later, 8 hours to be exact. I could wait a little bit longer because I'm still gonna wear it, but I won't have very good lighting to show you. So I thought I'd make use of what light I have left and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, so overall it is held up pretty well. I think it looks pretty smooth. I'm a tiny bit shinier, not majorly shiny. I wanted to show you what it would look like to powder. So I'm just gonna take that, so that you can very much see a difference as I put the powder on. That is very, very easy to touch up. It hasn't gone like crusty or looking weird. Here is how it is looking. This is just with a little bit of powder touch up. 8 hours later, I have not put any more product on since I last showed you. So we've got a little bit of melting in my nose, but most things do, to be honest. Apart from a little bit of extra shine, I think it looks pretty much the same. No foundation wears completely perfectly, but I'm very happy with this and I would wear it again and trust it. So that's the end of the video, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of me in the future. I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye!